With summer just around the corner, some good news today for Sydney beachgoers. The Water Board has promised that by the end of January, our beaches will be completely sludge-free.
This morning's announcement should mean an end to two of the most notorious visitors to Sydney's beaches. Virtually all solid debris, including paper and plastic, will be removed by superfine sewage screens. And in January, Malabar becomes the last Sydney plant to introduce technology which allows sewage sludge to be removed and recycled.
It will mean that 2 tonnes of grease per day alone from Malabar will not be going into the ocean.
All that's pumped out is a highly treated effluent, virtually as clean as seawater. For beachgoers, there won't be much physical evidence of the change. Already the main threat to Sydney's beaches is not from ocean outfalls, but stormwater pollution.
We have a major problem and the public has a major problem. They have to start cleaning their own act up. They shouldn't throw rubbish into the gutters because they end up swimming in that rubbish.
Jeff Bruce, 7 Nightly News.
Sport is next with Cameron Williams. So our cricketers fight fire with fire.
Yes, this could be dangerous, Roger. We can expect a bouncer war with the Windies this summer, and Blues bowler Wayne Holdsworth will be right in the front line.
I've always been fairly aggressive with my bowling. Yeah, I'll be coming out, as always, against these blokes as I would against any other team.
Don't you punters lose the tennis.
Here we go again.
What'd you say?
A space booth and Les learns yoga. 8:30 tonight. Fast forward on Prime.
The new Hyundai XLGS has features that put other small cars to shame, like a very handy 1.5-litre fuel-injected engine. The 1993 XL range. Land one now from around $11,990.
Hello, painters. Gonna start painting? Start at Mitre 10 first. Mitre 10 is the place for paint. They got what the others ain't.
The Mitre 10 Premier Paint Range gives you more paint for your money. For the price of 4 litres, get 6 litres. That's 2 litres free. Buy 4 litres, get 6 litres. That's big paint value from Mitre 10.
Mitre 10, you're the place for paint.
At the Giant Pyramid at Katara, you'll find plenty of beautiful pavers. These are just $17.95 per metre. Plus, there's always specials at around $12 a metre. We'll give you a free measure and quote or show you how to save by laying them yourself. At the Pharaoh Centre, the Giant Pyramid at Katara.
The Kleenex Tissue Factory, Warwick Farm.
Softness is a very important topic around here.
We simply won't settle for second best. We care enough to make everything to the highest standards.
Kleenex tissues put softness in your life.
At Big W, we believe in quality.
Big W, Winston Hills.
People know they can rely on us for the products they know and trust.
Day in and day out, there's one store where you can count on low prices every day.
Our job is to bring you the softest tissue products for your family.
And my job is to bring them to you for the lowest possible price.
And at Big W, we make that happen. We sell for less. That's our promise to you from Big W.
Come on, Sarah!
The Clark Rubber Summer Leisure Catalogue is out now. And we've got everything to make summer a whole lot more fun. With summer specials on everything, from pools to outdoor and indoor furniture. So if you want to enjoy summer a whole lot more, don't miss the Clark Rubber Summer Leisure Catalogue, being delivered this week. Clark Rubber, a whole lot of living for less.
Triple bogey at the last hole has cost Mike Calandro the first round lead of the Australian PGA Championship at Concord. That honour went to another American, John Morse. A former Australian Open winner, Morse shot a 5-under par 66 to lead a group of players by a stroke, including Australia's big guns, Craig Parry and Ian Baker-Finch.
The Concord layout is like home to Craig Parry. The tournament was barely 2 hours old and he already had 4 birdies from the first 5 holes. He finished with a 67.
Yeah, I mean, I play around here all the time, so I know where the wind's coming from. I know what the clubs are in each green. I'm actually eyeballing it rather than using most of the yardages, so I'm finding it very easy out there.
Veteran Terry Gale was another who took full advantage of the superb early conditions. Not so defending champion Wayne Grady. His game failed to gain momentum. A double bogey at the 13th saw him plummet from the leaderboard. He finished with an even par 71. With the wind picking up, the afternoon conditions were more difficult. Brett Ogle, playing in his final Australian tournament this season, fired a 70. Ian Baker Finch is another in contention, storming home at 4 under. Warren Sim, 7 Nightly News.
Suppliers will be having for a better round tomorrow. In prime local news, a Newcastle packaging equipment manufacturer is amongst the finalists for tomorrow's Australian Export Award. On the eve of the awards presentation, Budpack is quietly confident of success. Wickham-based Budpack is another of the region's quiet achievers. Started in 1974, the company, which manufactures packaging machinery for a number of multinational companies operating in Australia and the export market, now has a turnover of about $10 million. Today, the build-up to the Australian Export Awards began for Budpack with a presentation on the factory floor to mark the company being named amongst the 5 finalists for the small to medium manufacturing category. Budpack Managing Director Bob Brook says they've been able to match the best in the world with the Newcastle-built product.
Technology-wise, we're equal to any in the world, and there's only one place in the world where the total system that we market is produced under one roof. We do have competitions from West Germany and other places, but really only one company in the world that manufactures the total system under the one roof.
The company has a workforce of about 40 who have produced packaging and bag handling equipment which is used in the Northern Hemisphere, Asia, and locally at BHP's EMD plant at Mayfield West and the Insotech operation on Kooragang Island. Austrade State Manager Jeff Gray believes Hunter Industry must follow Budpack's lead and move into exports.
They do have to look at it. I mean, if we just take this particular company, the domestic sales have been rather slow. Their future is in export. They're exporting a large proportion of their goods because they provide a quality product and service. And I think a lot more businesses have to look at the tremendous growth that is taking place in the markets to our near north. That's where the growth is, unfortunately not in the domestic market.
Budpack will discover tomorrow night if it's added to its Exporter of the Year award title when the National Exporter of the Year award is announced in Canberra. Mine workers staging an underground sit-in at the New Vale No. 1 colliery have this afternoon received a letter from Pacific Power advising them their protest is in breach of the Coal Mines Regulation Act. Parties now spent just over a day below the surface of Doyleson in a bid to try and stop the planned closure of the mine by Pacific Power and highlight the Hunter's coal industry crisis. In other developments today, management of Elcom Newcom Mines have applied to the local coal authority for a return-to-work order, with the striking men being reminded of their legal and award obligations. The state government's decision to tighten controls on amateur anglers hasn't met with total satisfaction in the Hunter. Shadow Agriculture Minister and member for Port Stephens Bob Martin has attacked the new plan, while local fishers have expressed concern about some of the new limits. Hunter and Central Coast has a strong amateur fishing fraternity with thousands enjoying dipping their lines. While bag limits are generally accepted, some more serious anglers have real doubts about limiting catches as a management tool. Amongst their concerns, the new size restriction of 60 centimetres on Mulloway, which is likely to affect fishers on the lower reaches of the Hunter River. Newcastle District Anglers Association spokesman Barry Deflon believes the new rule is unjust.
People are going to be denied access to a fish, yet the same river is extensively trawled for prawns, and vast numbers of very small mulloway are unfortunately taken as bycatch in this process.
New restrictions for amateurs will last for 5 years. However, the Newcastle Association is likely to seek further consultation with the government. Member for Port Stephens and Shadow Agriculture Minister Bob Martin has slammed the bag limits for amateur fishers. He says the government's initiative does nothing for conservation, is a bureaucratic nightmare, impossible to police, and assumes everyone has an infinite knowledge of every fish species. In sports, some of Australia's top snooker players will be in action this weekend in Newcastle. For a talented young Maitland player, it'll be his chance to consolidate what's already been a successful year. If things are on the resurgence trail this year and snooker happens to be the pastime plenty of people are starting to turn their spare time attention to. This weekend, a field of about 70 of the nation's and the region's best snooker players will line up for the 1992 Newcastle Open. 24-year-old Maitland talent Grant Schubert is rated a good chance of posting a finals placing, having notched up plenty of tournament wins this year. Grant says plenty of training is going into his preparation for this weekend.
Well, for a tournament of this
this size, at least 3 hours a day leading up to the tournament. Maybe more if you're not playing well. Depends how you're playing. Good practice by yourself is important.
Qualifying rounds will be played on Saturday and into Sunday morning, the final being decided at Stockton RSL Club from about 7 on Sunday evening. Tournament spokesman Tony Viles says the two-day competition has wider implications for many competitors.
All the players come here and chase points for ranking at the end of the year. That determines on who starts in the Australian Championships and who doesn't.
3 venues are hosting the qualifying rounds, including Shortland RSL and the BHP Rec Club, as well as the final venue, Stockton RSL. At the moment, checking the weather.
Saab's heritage is in the sky. And now the new Saab 9000 CS puts you in complete control on the ground. It's not conventional or for everyone. It's a Saab, and it will put you in complete control.
Test drive the new Saab 9000 series from Paul's News European Car Centre, Broadmeadow.
Fast improvement in the weather today. Fingers crossed it'll last into the weekend. Checking tonight's details. The forecast, afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. Will have some overnight fog patches. For Newcastle, 18 to 27 tomorrow. Scone the Valley, 16 to 29. For the weekend, showers, the risk of storms. They'll clear late Saturday with a cooler westerly change. That's Prime Local News and Weather. I'm Gary Blair. Good evening.